think mobility as a service has been a huge topic over the last 2 days so far. And I think I've just come from moderating a session about open data, and I think open data is a key enabler for mobility as a service. So how we can bring all those data sets together, bring everybody else together to be able to start delivering mobility as a service. At CGI, we've been working on Journey Planner, which is the national journey planner for Finland and Helsinki as well. We've over 10 years experience of delivering that open data through APIs, through hackathons, working with third-party developers to help bring open data out. But one of the key things we understand, though, is that if policymakers want to change behavior, want to affect behavior, then they need to own that engine behind it. So it's delivering the processing of the data and in a way that third parties can then make use of it. But they need to understand what the crown jewels are, and it's how they affect their policy to make mobility as a service happen.
No.
I think we're now at a multimodal, real-time journey planning situation, so you can go to many cities and countries around in Europe and the rest of the world and get those already. What we're not doing is joining those up so you can get the pan-European journey planning and then integrating that with ticketing, and so it's seamless multimodal journey planning, and we haven't got to that point yet.
Could I also have the price of my journey from there?
Oh, absolutely. Ticketing. If you don't have the ticketing or the service piece within it, whether it's a subscription model or pay-as-you-use model, it's fundamental to be able to transform travel.
Do you mean that I could have a ticket for my own car, for example, also?
I question whether you will have your own car in the future.
Okay. Do you have your own car now?
I do, but I've actually tried to look for a service where I can let somebody else park their car on my driveway, that I can use that car to be able to then. So I'm trying to release one of my cars.
And you are really looking for that?
Yes.
You are living in London?
No, I'm outside of London. And that's part of the challenge. In slightly more rural areas, we don't have these great innovations that urban environments have, like all these car sharing clubs, and they don't exist outside of the major conurbations. And that one is one of the challenges we need to overcome. Highly automated driving is coming. So we've seen some OEMs talk about 2018 being available. And so I think my vision of the future is slightly long-term than the time frame you're saying. It's more about I press a button, just like a light switch, and a vehicle knows where I want to go, and it turns up for me. It just knows I'm ready.
But if you don't want to be in the vehicle, if you go by public transport, or is traffic as a service also concerning all the modes of traffic?
I think mobility as a service is across all modes. And it doesn't matter whether it's cycling, walking, all the way through to getting into a car, and different ownership models there, and multimodal in between. But I think it's just a combination of all those things for mobility as a service.
Have you told to your older relatives, family, about this new thing happening?
Yes.
What do they think?
My father.
Do they understand?
My parents understand about that we're changing and we need to change, but they still get in their car.
All right.
I don't think we'll change that.
Okay.
Oh, for mobility as a service to happen now. I think that it's a combination of things. I question whether we have to be deregulated from a market point of view, but I'm wondering whether that actually may be an inhibitor for mobility as a service. And I'm not a policymaker, and I think that's one of the biggest challenges they have to wrestle with. How do they make everybody work together to make mobility as a service in this deregulated world work?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.